Hey, so I wanted to talk about this thing. It's maybe it's beautiful, maybe it's not, but most for sure it's a unique piece. So to give the idea, I was a kid, maybe a teenager, so it could have been where I was 10 years old or 15 years old, okay, whatever. And I am sitting on the back seat in the car on the left side, and in front of me on the driver's seat is my father. And so we are driving in the main road. I think it was called number 4, like an interstate road, and we are on the left lane because we want to turn left and go inside our city, city of Ra'anana. So we are on the left lane, on the left turn lane, and there are perhaps could be like 10 cars in front of us, and so we are like the 11th car. And then I remember that I'm so if it's like this, okay, if I'm like this, and this is the main road, the interstate road, and then like 90 degrees in front of us in a 45 degrees, but it's like a 90 degrees turn, there is the main road of our city, so we wanted to go there, okay. And I remember to myself, okay, I've looked there like if the interstate road is the 0 degrees, so I looked through the window at a 45 degrees angle, and there I could have seen the turn, the road, the big sign of the city, like Ra'anana City, welcome, and trees and other things. But when I tilted my head furthermore, like not like 45 degrees, but 90 degrees, so from this state into this state for 90 degrees, then I look out to the view, to the scene that I saw through this window. And of course it was what was close to me, the road, and the other side of the road that drove to the other direction, because it's an interstate, so you have like a one direction, few lanes, and then a divider, and then another few lanes to the other direction. So it was the other side, and then the sidewalk and trees and the sky and all of it. So I am looking at this and at this view, and I thought to myself, interesting. I wonder how would it look like if I'm going to draw this kind of view, but like I was trying to watch this view through a shade. No, what does it shade? You know that there are a foldable thin net, a mesh that you can put on the window with a vacuum that it will hold, and thereby you can shade that the sun won't be that direct. So it depends of if you want to block all the entire sun rays, so you just paint everything, all the window in black. But if you put a net, a shader, something that can shade you, it's like 50% transparent. and it also depends on the what kind of a net is it, how big are those tiny holes. So I thought of myself, okay, how can I draw this kind of thing? And of course, this is what clicked in my head. I mean, I saw this view and something clicked inside my mind. This is going to be interesting to do it like I was watching it through this kind of a net that blocking my sight by 50%. How can I do it? Okay, so I decided to go into the Home Depot and bought a net, a plastic net. I chose like the traditional net for mosquitoes, which is either very small or very large holes. This is what I decided to purchase, and then I started to paint on it. And then when people can see this painting, it can give them the vibe, the feeling what I saw, which in real I saw it as it is, but in my imagination I thought to myself, how would it look like through this kind of a net? So this is basically the drawing. I believe that you can see it, that you can see me through it, and this is my hand. Okay, so this is just like the rear side of it, so you don't supposed to see it in any way. So this is the side that you're supposed to watch, and I'm not sure if it is the best to place it in the middle of the hall. When I mean, it's one thing that if you like have a museum, a room inside of a museum, okay, you have a space, and so how is it better watchable when you put it in the middle of the space? So there is empty space here and empty space in behind, or maybe you need to place it on the wall. So there, in behind, in the rear side, there isn't any more space because it's the wall, but you have the space in front of you. So I'm not sure if it's better to keep it here, hanging on the middle of the room or in the air, or to attach it to a background. Also, it depends on one kind of a background. So like this is the white background, for instance. Then let's put you here, and this is a blue background, like the sky. So not so good because this is green on blue. It's not very the contrast is not very well, and of course this here I painted with a white and blue colors as well. So no, blue it's not the right choice. Of course, white maybe either. I can maybe decide to take a black background. So background probably better. Okay, and I can decide maybe something more natural, neutral, which is like brown or sand color. So and it depends on the intensity of the color. If I want it to be a dark sand color or pale, I mean, I'm not sure. Anyway, as you can see, this is the painting. So I painted with acrylic paints on the net. I attached the net with a glue on this black Bristol paper. That the form here is exactly the form of the car door window. This is how it's supposed to look like. And then when I thought about the mirror here, it's like the mirror, the side mirror. So I thought to myself, the side mirror it's closer to me, so it looks different rather than the view which is much further away. So the mirror it could be 30 centimeters from me, maybe half a meter, and the view is like hundreds of meters away, or at least the sidewalk is like 20 meters, 30 meters, and the sky is much further. And so I decided to put in the rear side for the mirror again black Bristol, but because on the back Bristol there was the net as the second layer, I decided to mess around with a little bit of hot glue and different kind of colors, which is mostly different kind of grays, that it will give you the feeling of a mirror. It's also because it's a combination of acrylic paint as well as this kind of a hot glue. It's more shining and brighter comparing to the other acrylic paint, which is only acrylic paint. So you can see here the marking on the road, the segmented markings. Here is the road, the black road. This is the sidewalk, so you can see so the road, the pavement, the sidewalk, then sorry, I need to show you a little bit better. Alright, great. So the road, asphalt road of course, and those segmented markings, and then the sidewalk, okay, and this is a stamp, I think, for a pole of electricity, or maybe a light, or maybe street light, I'm not exactly sure. Anyway, it's a pole. This white, I think it's an electricity box, and here's the grass and some trees, the sky and clouds, and this is a building. So like this is for me 90 degrees when I'm looking through the window, and then there at this direction 45 degrees is the main street of Ra'anana to go inside the city, and this the interstate road, the main road. I think it's number 4 or 2, number 4. Anyway, so this is it. It's something that I've tried to accomplish. The only thing that this is the only painting that it is like this, that I painted on a net, because it was interesting to understand how it's going to be at the end. So I think it is the way it turned out to be. It's I don't know if it's beautiful or not, but I'm sure that it is unique. So yeah, so this is it. So bye bye.